Hi YouTube. Today we're going to be looking at my FN 545 and I'm going to give you a couple updates of some of the modifications I've done to this gun since I had it. Um, First of all, I'm going to make sure there's no magical bullets in it so nobody gets shot through the camera. It is empty, and we're going to go through some of the things. So this is an FN 545, and I did a really quick video the day I got this thing, and I just give you a quick overview on it, and I didn't get really too far into depth because I'd planned on putting some stuff on this thing. But this is FN 545. Everybody knows the popular FN 509. Well, this is the 45 ACP version because FN finally decided to get smart and make it in a good caliber. The 45 ACP, the grizzly bear stopper. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. I was looking for a full-size tactical pistol with a threaded barrel because I am ordering a suppressor. I've never had a suppressor for a pistol before, and I'm ordering one, and it is quite the long process now because the wonderful government gets involved, and it becomes a very lengthy process. It's looking like it's probably going to take 9 months to a year to get this thing. So I'm super excited about that. But the reason I chose this thing is it's a 45 ACP, and I was looking at the HK Tactical or the FNX 45 Tactical because they had threaded barrels on them, and this thing just came out, a few months ago. They released it at SHOT Show, and this is a striker fired gun. So basically it doesn't have the hammer on the back, and it doesn't have the thumb safety, which really appealed to me. And this thing holds 15 rounds of 45 ACP in it, and it has a larger magazine that's extended. It holds 18 rounds of 45 ACP. I've never seen a handgun hold that kind of capacity in 45, and I figured this has got to be the best option. FN makes really good stuff. They make stuff for the military, and if it's good enough for them, it's going to be good enough for me. So the basic features that come on this thing: it has suppressor height sights. They're tritium night sights. It has front serrations on them that are very aggressive for all the press checkers out there. They can press check. The texturing is really good on it. It comes with 2 back straps on it that you can change really easily, and one of them has like a little hump on it, and this one is the one I chose to go to. It's a flat like back strap, kind of like a flat mainspring housing, and it gives it like the 1911 feel when you hold it. So that's the one that was most comfortable to me, so I elected to go with that. But it's fully ambidextrous on both sides. You don't have to switch the mag release. It just has the button on both sides, has a slide stop on both sides. This gun's pretty awesome, I must say myself. But so some of the things I did to it. I got the Surefire X300 Ultra weapon light, and I've never had one of these things before, and I see where the money goes. This thing's all American made. It's made in America, and I know there's American made companies like Streamlight and all that, but half that stuff's made in China, and that's why it costs half the money. But I like to spend my money when I can on American made products. It's very well made, and they are not cheap, but I mean, you do get what you pay for. This thing's very positive. It's got paddles on each side. You can do it from either side, the paddles, and you can push on it for momentary lighting. So that's kind of cool. And there's 2 models of this light. They have the Model B and the Model A. I chose to go with the B because it has this little thumb thumb screw to tighten it down. The other one was like a quick release thing, and when you put it on there, it like moves back and forth. And from what I hear from Streamlight, they said it'll never come off the weapon, but that would drive me nuts, and I'm not going to go with that. So I went with the Model B. This thing fits tight as anything. You could probably drive nails with this thing and it would be fine. It's all waterproof, and they do counterfeit these things. I'm trying to get my hands on a counterfeit one as we speak. A shooting buddy of mine is a liar. He buys counterfeit stuff, and he's got a counterfeit Surefire X300 on his Glock. Go figure. Glock 9mm with a counterfeit light on it. I'm going to get my hands on it and compare the differences in the two. Of course, and I'll do that in a later video when I get my hands on it. But Surefire X300 Ultra looks pretty cool on this gun. It's a large gun already, and with all the stuff on it, it makes it even bigger. So the next thing we went to is the optic. I went with the Trijicon RMR. This is the dual illumination one. So the reason I went with this one, and this is very similar to the ACOG that everybody knows about. This one doesn't require any batteries whatsoever. So the two ways it works, it has a fiber optic cable up here on top that grabs the light, and that's what works the reticle when there's a light source, like during the daytime. And then at nighttime, it has a tritium insert inside that lights up the reticle. Now, I choose to go with the green 12.8 MOA reticle. And I don't know if this will show up. I doubt it on camera, but I'm going to try. See if I can get this thing to show up. I know it isn't going to do it. You can sort of see right in here the dot, but it's a triangle basically, and it's the largest one that you can get on a pistol optic. And the reason I chose to go with the large one, because this is a pistol. This isn't a 100-yard Chris Kyle sniper rifle. So it's a large target, it's green, my eyes pick it up real well, and it's a triangle. So you can either zero it in with just the large reticle, or you can do more precision zeroing in with just the tip of the triangle. And I don't know if I can get it to show up on cameras, but I mean, you get the general idea. But these things are really awesome. They have little drain holes right here for if this thing got wet or if it was raining, it would drain all the water out, so you can not lose your line of sight. This thing will work in the daytime, nighttime. You never have to put batteries in it. The tritium is warranted through Trijicon for 15 years. I know they usually fade after about 10 years, and then you can just send it in and they'll put a new one in. I mean, Trijicon makes good stuff. So you just remove this plate on the top of the slide on the FN, and it comes with all the adapters for every single different kind of optic. And it was pretty easy to put in. The one thing I noticed is you have to use the bolts that comes with the FN pistol. You can't use the ones that came with the Trijicon in the Trijicon box. For some reason, they didn't seem to want to thread in correctly, and I wasn't going to mess it up. But yeah, you just remove that plate. It had those little bat wing guards around these sights, and it's pretty easy install. But it does co-witness with these suppressors, height sights, and all that. And I couldn't be happier to have this thing. I've never had a Trijicon RMR on a pistol. I've never had a Surefire light on a pistol. So this thing all of a sudden has become a pretty expensive polymer pistol. But yeah, this is a new release from FN a couple months ago. This 545. They also make it in 10mm, and the smaller version they've had out for years, the FN 509, is a 9mm one. But this thing is a massive gun. You're not going to be concealed carrying this thing around. It's just a like a home defense or combat style pistol with the threaded barrel on it and everything. But from what I've seen, this thing is very well made. I've still yet to take this thing to the range, so I'm not going to be able to give you a range report on it yet as of now. But I mean, from what I've seen, this thing is very well made. The feed ramp's all polished out. I mean, it's built like a tank. I really think this is going to work out well for what I wanted it for. But these, I mean, FN's produced weapons for the military here for a while. Their famous SCAR, they make the M4 rifles now for the military, and they did not win the pistol competition in like 2017. Sig Sauer won that out. But just want to show you some of the upgrades I've done to it. I've become a Gucci Glocker, and I've realized how expensive it is to be a Gucci Glocker. I just didn't do it on a Glock. But figured I'd give you a quick rundown of what I've done to my FN 545 Tactical. It looks pretty tactical with all this stuff on it. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can steer you in the right direction to where to get this stuff more affordable. I mean, with the light, you are going to have to buy the light from an authorized dealer. There's so many counterfeits out there. There's no way I would ever order one of these online, because I saw a bunch of Amazon reviews and all that, and they were pretty much all fake. So I bought this locally from the only authorized Surefire dealer near me. I did order this from an online optics place, and it is obviously authentic. It comes all in the Trijicon packaging. I mean, the case this thing comes in, and once again, I'm not a box Nazi, but the case this thing comes in is unbelievable. I don't know why you need it looks like a big old Pelican case for just a little teeny tiny sight. But yeah, it's all authentic. You can scan these barcode, and it shows up on the Trijicon website. It's a shame when they have to devote a section of their website to tell you whether something's authentic or not. But that's the world we live in. There's a bunch of people that counterfeit stuff, good stuff. But quick rundown on the 545 and where it stands, and hopefully this weekend I'll get it out to the range, and I will let you know if this thing shoots as good as it looks. But any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer it if I can. If I don't know the answer, I'll find the answer for you. And thank you very much for watching my video, and you folks have a great day.